everybody. I'm Dominique.
And I am Brandy, and we are your host of
Hey, Fave.
a weekly podcast where two best friends get together and talk about everything and nothing at the same time. What up?
Hola, people. I hope you're well. I have a question first.
Jesus.
Well, I don't think this was gonna be bad either.
Okay, great.
You know, we talked about movies and live action remakes and whatnot.
Yes.
This isn't a live action. Well, this one was already live action, but I saw movies and I was like, we were just talking about movies. So let me ask you this question.
Okay.
This question. It is a remake.
Okay.
People, they are planning to revamp The Bodyguard. How do you feel about that?
Wow.
It's the producers or writers. I don't know if I have saved it. Same people involved with Taylor Swift's movie from her Eras tour. But I'm just saying, it's that producer or whatever. Him and somebody else.
Why? Why can't they just leave classics alone? The Bodyguard? What they starting that over for? It has to be just as good as the original. It has to be just as good as the original.
But is that possible?
What is it? A series? It's gonna be a series.
It's another
or a
movie. I think they're revamping. They're just gonna
No.
redo the.
I thought y'all was gonna do a series. Or
Did I
something.
save it?
Maybe a series.
So you'd be okay if they turned it into a series, if they flipped it into a
Yeah.
series, but not
Like
a whole nother movie.
yeah, leave the movie alone.
Is there? Can you think of anybody that could fulfill that role? I
Of
don't
Whitney Houston
Mm-hmm.
and Costner,
Kevin Costner.
he's still acting.
Yeah.
Who can fulfill Whitney Houston?
While you thinking about,
She got to be a singer, don't she?
I imagine so. I
Yeah,
will
she
tell
was a
you some
singer
thoughts I
in-
saw, but I don't want to influence your thoughts. I saw
Oh.
some people talk about it on the podcast and share their thoughts.
Okay.
My confession shouldn't be a surprise. I haven't seen it.
Dominique, gosh darn it. What?
I
You
know.
gotta see it first. What? I didn't even know that. Dang it. Cut this episode. We gotta go watch it right now.
Like I'm aware of what it is. She was a singer and he was the bodyguard, and they fell in love.
I can't say nothing else.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. You
It's,
can't say
I
that.
had my chance. At this point, it's on me. So we were somewhere, somebody's house, some event, and it was on. So I've seen a little. Because is there a scene in a boat? Did something get blown up?
Yeah.
So I know that much, but I haven't seen the whole movie from beginning to end. And of course, I know the
Man.
song comes.
Oh man.
But that's fine. I feel like at this point,
We gotta do a movie day.
yeah,
We gotta do a full movie day from 7 a.m. all the way into 7 a.m. Okay.
Oh, got a
We
24-hour
just
marathon.
gotta do
I just watch all the things.
all of the things.
So yes, but so even still though, I know you shouldn't touch it, and I ain't even seen it. Well, it could be because I'm biased. Whitney, I just don't think you can put anybody in Whitney's spot vocally.
And that's what I'm still over here thinking, and I'm just like, no one.
But yeah, surprise, guys.
Lord,
Haven't seen
that
that
was a
one either.
surprise to me too, guys. So we're all surprised. But no, they should leave the movie alone.
Okay.
Maybe in a series, and it's a whole nother set of people.
I hadn't thought of that. That is actually that softens the blow, I think.
Yeah, a series. But why can't anybody be original anymore? There's so many remakes of things. Just like, can we be original, everybody, again? It's just like music. Like everybody just
just
jumping,
flipping
just
and
taking that and-
remixing and sampling.
and now it's like movies. They're doing the same thing. Like, can we please?
But some of the movies that we have and enjoy are actually remakes of older movies already. So it's like
They
we
are?
wouldn't have some of them. Like that's at the top of my mind because we just watched Parent Trap.
oh well,
That's a remake.
yeah.
I think some of our kid movies are remakes. I don't know how much of the
I guess if they do stuff right, like it's fine, but it's like some stuff just leave it alone.
I mean, I agree. Cause
why would you want to read?
I heard that and I was like, why are we doing this?
Like, what is the point? Who asked for this?
I think the fact that it's on Broadway, or it was, they made the musical version of it. I think like that's okay.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Broadway.
Because Deborah Cox was her. Did I make that up? Did I just give her a role? I'm almost certain Deborah Cox played Whitney in the musical. Yeah, because she did the vocals for that Lifetime movie. She did good.
I haven't seen.
Was it the Lifetime movie? It was one of the TV movies. And Deborah Cox, because of course they didn't have clearance to use Whitney's vocals, so Deborah Cox came in and did them. She did her thing.
Damn, I wonder what she did.
So I think she was in the play.
Putting any music out?
Probably not. I think she's making her money elsewhere, or she's like over the water, like doing. Because some people
they do make more money over here than over here. Y'all hate us over here.
Oh, okay. Whether or not it's true.
By y'all's people.
Let's see, the bodyguard. Well, because they don't see us as their people. Yeah, she played Whitney in the musical as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I can tell you their thoughts now. I was watching another podcast and they brought this up, and at first they also were like, "What?" So one suggestion was to just go all the way left and replace her with Taylor Swift. They were like, you can't, because you can't find a singer. We're going to be too hard on one of ours. Anybody you try to make Whitney, they were like, we can't find another Whitney, so let's just go all the way opposite.
We won't even watch it.
Well, maybe it won't be for us no more. So they were saying make Taylor Swift Whitney's character and put a black bodyguard. Like completely go completely opposite.
No.
And then the other thought, they were like, because that's the only way it's going to be acceptable. Because like we won't be comparing her to Whitney. Like we'll be like, oh, this is something completely different.
I'm still going to compare
both
characters now.
They're
in Whitney.
And then the other thought was, let's not even make it a pop star anymore. Flip it. Make it an actress that needs a bodyguard. Like, because no matter what you do, if you try to make it another singer, we're going to be like, but she's not Whitney. So they were like, just, if you're going to do it, if you're going to mess with it, make it completely different. I was like, that might make it better for some people, but. Now I didn't agree with the Taylor Swift flip. I get what they're saying though. It's like, just go to the other end of the spectrum, because if you do anything remote, so if you put any brown girl, any R&B or pop, like one of ours, we're going to be like, but she's not Whitney though.
Yeah.
So I get what they mean.
Yeah.
Does
Taylor Swift even act?
I don't know.
I've only saw her sing, not act in anything. Unless I'm tripping, y'all let me know. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. Oh yeah, y'all let me know. Mm-hmm.
I haven't. I don't know English. I don't know if she's acting anything other than her music videos. Maybe a skit or something in there. Yeah, I don't know how to recast it. I feel like I do agree with the fact that like no matter who you put in it, we're gonna be like, but Whitney did it so much. Whitney did so well.
Unless they do it and they just do it so good that we're like, all right, y'all.
I'm like, okay, y'all did it.
Okay.
Is there anybody now that's a singer? Like, well, I don't be knowing who sing right now, but is there anybody like that could do it? Not saying these new artists aren't talented, but Whitney is Whitney.
I know.
And it's not their fault they're not Whitney, but
Whitney Houston. And in this time, in this day and age,
do they have to be
or close?
I was about to say, they don't have to be the same style as Whitney. So like somebody, we appreciate the artistry of Jasmine Sullivan. Like, could it be just another beast? They don't have to be like Whitney. They just can be a beast at what they do. I don't know how you pulled that off with that. But the people were mad about The Color Purple too. But they kept some similarities.
Which one?
The musical. People that love the old one.
I like both.
I prefer the new one. But that's because I think the old one is just so sad and depressing and traumatic. But it's like some people that don't like musicals and that are just so attached to the first one, they were like, that new one was trash. I'm like, or
yeah,
you don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I think you run into that either way when you messing with a classic.
Yeah,
But I don't understand why we need another one of those.
Yeah.
But I also haven't seen it, so I don't know if I get to say.
Yeah, y'all, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave the bodyguard.
I have seen that argument though more often though. It's like why are we keep remaking the classics? Why are we not making new stuff no more?
Yeah.
Is it easy?
Probably.
Is it just like the easy
Just
way out because
rewriting
you're
it, put
reimagining?
your little stuff on it.
Mm.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got it.
Cool. Well, completely unrelated.
It is.
Completely unrelated. I know we had talked about movies a while back, and I saw that and I was like, that works. But yes, completely unrelated.
Oh, I thought you was about to say something about a movie in this situation, but
I don't think I have one. What, to like tie this stuff together?
no.
No.
It's okay. Ignore me.
Are you sure?
Yep. Please. It's okay. Ignore.
I'm trying to figure out how.
I don't
Recently,
think there's no way.
Well, because it may be old news to some of y'all by now.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, Shannon Sharpe and Tracee Ellis Ross were both like the topics of, we talked about think pieces when we first got back. Or anyway, somewhere towards the beginning, everybody got a thought about something. Well, they were the topic of the think pieces recently. They were in the social media headlines. If you don't know by now, Shannon, he's being sued by is she 19 now, or was she 19 when they first started? A young OnlyFans girl. Is it necessary to include her occupation? Why we can't just say a younger girl? Like,
you can.
Is her occupation relevant?
But the situation.
Anyway, Shannon being sued for some, I can still say assault. Yes. I be trying to think of all allegedly. But the suing is real.
Oh,
the actions is alleged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fact. She is suing him.
Wow.
And then Tracy's just in hot water. People are like, she was on Michelle Obama and her brother's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name at the moment, but they co-host a podcast, and Tracee was on, and she mentioned that she likes to date younger men. That's literally all she said, and somehow them two got linked together.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start with Shannon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Shannon.
So, high level, the girl is accusing him of some things that she did not agree to, and she wants $50 million. That's a lot of dollars.
$50 million.
She put out some details of some situations that put him in some very not good light. He did respond though. Well, no, his lawyer released text messages. And apparently the video I watched, she actually talked to her lawyer friends to see it, because she's like, I'm not a lawyer, but she'll recap the lawsuits for people. She talked to some other lawyers and made sure. She was like, can they do that? They told her as long as they don't mention her name in some lawsuits, it's perfectly legal to release the text messages with the girl's name on it. So his lawyer released some text messages that's pretty much say otherwise, to make her look like a very willing participant in any of the shenanigans that took place. So that's that right now. Some of the things that I've seen, without going in detail, maybe we'll put the video links if you haven't already heard the details, if you want to go watch and get the summary, because the text messages were very graphic, and we're not trying to get flagged for nothing. They were, but I will say they made her look like a very willing participant.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's pretty much the overview. I covered that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the people are online. There are a couple theories I've seen. The typical. Oh, they're just trying to ruin another black man because she's not black. Do you agree with that? First. Mm-mm. Okay. Mm-mm. I've seen that this is a case of lack of discipline and lack of discipline and irresponsible. There we go. That's the other one. I agree there. I've also seen, because I was looking in the debates, somebody literally said men do this all the time. He just picked a messy one. And I'm like, but does that make it okay?
No, it doesn't. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, that neither part of that statement is okay. Like, he just picked a messy one. It's like, so if she wasn't messy, that would still be okay? Him being 50-something, messing with a 19-year-old?
Like, what do you get out of that, though? Like, y'all probably have nothing in common. Nothing.
I would think not.
This person probably just got into college, just graduated.
High school, depending. I'm about to say I was.
But
I was still 17. I was 18.
Like,
yeah, like,
haven't even lived their life yet.
Cause he like 54 now or something. Cause allegedly this all started like 2 years ago. So that's why I was trying to figure out, is she 19 now or was she 19 when it started? Hopefully. It's terrible either way, but hopefully she was 19 when it started.
Yeah. Because
if not, that would make her 17 when it started, and he's going to jail for that. Willing or not. Right. Sir, you are going to jail. I'm pretty sure she was 19 at the time, which would make him like 52 or something, if I remember his current age. A simple Google will confirm that math for you. That's fine. Yeah, but even with the men do this all the time, that's still not okay.
That's why I keep getting in trouble.
It's just gross to me. But also,
keep getting in trouble.
And then so then that's my question. Even if it was consensual, because it's like, well, she was willing, she knew what she was doing. She does OnlyFans. What did she expect? Even if it was consensual, that's still inappropriate.
It is very inappropriate. Like that.
You old enough to be her daddy, sir.
Yeah. And on the other end, she's old enough to know what she's doing. I blame both of these people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. Okay?
If she was assaulted, I wouldn't blame her because that's not on her.
Not the assault, but the
participating in the engaging in the
yeah. From what I was hearing
mm-hmm.
from the court documents,
mm-hmm.
right? You already saw red flags from the beginning, which in my mind, like, well, for me, I guess everybody's not the same.
Correct.
Everybody don't see red flags and be like, you know what? Never mind.
Correct.
Some people like red flag. Oh, well, let me see if it's another one.
Yeah. Or they be like, maybe I'm tripping. Let me see what else. Or maybe.
And then they see the second red flag. I'm like, well, let me see if it's another one in there. Just like. And I feel like that's what happened. Now all the other times of assault and everything, all of this is wrong. Okay, absolutely. All of this is wrong. Y'all should have never exchanged numbers. Y'all should have never even engaged each other.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, bye. Okay, nice to meet you, or whatever. And now both of you look crazy.
Yeah, like I do feel like she is old enough to know better. But also, you know, people like to talk about like that power thing, power dynamic, when like someone older or in a more position of more power is like, some people feel like they can't say no, or but I feel like the initial interaction shouldn't have even happened, especially like even if it was just I seen them in the gym. Once you find out the ages of the people, this is not happening.
Yeah,
like, and I think we talked about it. I don't know. You know, I don't like age gaps, big age gaps. I don't.
We gotta at least be in the same generation.
You know, like, that's old enough to be your daddy.
Grandpa.
Listen, I'm about to say now. Yeah.
Grandpa.
So I definitely don't agree with they're just trying to take another black man down. I'm like, this black man should have been more responsible.
She knew what he was doing. Exactly. Yes.
Like,
should have been more responsible. You leading with your other private parts. So that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You letting your lust and stuff get you in trouble.
Pretty much.
That's really what it is.
He tried to have her sign an NDA, and she didn't want to.
And after she didn't, you should have left that alone.
Yeah.
No, you continue.
That is right.
You continue.
Because it's like, that's security. To me, that's a little sketchy anyway. If you've got to be.
Yeah, I got to sign an NDA to
I mean, I get it because
not
people be doing
anything.
stuff, but it's like, how are you actually moving if you got to have your people sign NDAs?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that should have been like, if you're not gonna be able to do that, or we're not gonna be able to do this.
Right.
But then,
But
so
you
it's like
continue.
some of the messages. I think one of the messages was like she wanted a baby, pretty much, or like, you're gonna be stuck with me once you put a baby here, pretty much.
Put a baby here.
Oh man. So some people are like, she was trying to trap him anyway. But my thing is, he saw that text message and he still moved forward. So had that been the case, that still would have been on him.
It's like, y'all don't be out. Y'all don't think. No, I guess not.
Of course not.
Never mind.
Now,
That's a crazy question. I really don't be thinking.
before we move on to Tracee and how them two ended up being looped together and all of these shenanigans, do you think this is something for him to lose his job over? Because I saw somewhere that he stepped down temporarily from his position at ESPN. Assuming that he didn't actually assault her. Because absolutely, if he assaulted her, get everything that's coming to you. But let's say this was all willing and she's just trying to set him up.
No, he shouldn't. No.
Is the simple fact that he was engaging with a 19-year-old enough for him to lose his job? Yeah, I think it's just dumb and like wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he didn't assault her that this is job losing worthy.
Yeah. Yep.
He should absolutely evaluate his decisions and morals and whatnot, though.
And look, Monique and Cat Williams warned you on your own show.
I didn't watch their interviews, so I saw all of this after the fact, but
and he continued.
His episodes be 3 hours long.
Oh, I haven't seen. I just seen just the part where Monique was telling him that he needs an older woman to go ahead and settle down with, that he don't need no 19. She literally called out
She
ages.
said 19. See,
don't need no 20-year-old woman. You need an old woman. She said an old big woman has gonna cook him some stuff and basically settle down. And he talking about, yes, I do, or something about you don't need to. I think she said something about you don't need to have fun with no 26-year-old or 20-year-old. It was like, yes, I do.
I don't understand the appeal.
I think it's a control thing. I think it's maybe I can control, since she's so young. I can kind of convince her to do different things. That's That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, even you can still do that with someone younger than you, but not 19.
Yeah. Or it's a bragging rights.
Like, I can pull me
I
this young
can
girl.
pull, yeah. I can pull.
And so like that do be a thing, but to me, I'm like, that shouldn't even be
like, why is
a bragging right? Like, people should look at you sideways and be like, why are you proud of that? Women or men, because I know people be like, well, y'all just talking about. No, I think if your gap is that big,
both.
Why is that your accomplishment or badge of honor? Like, that's creepy. That's no longer cool. That's creepy.
No.
Well, yeah, that's the main. Without like going into details that can get stuff flagged or whatnot. Like I said, we can put the video. I think we gave you a good enough overview. She accused him of some stuff that she didn't want to do, but then his lawyer released some stuff showing some of her conversations is what she wanted him to do to her, and all the things and what she wanted to do to him.
It's like, why couldn't you stay with the woman? Well, that woman, she sounded like
the
she
Michelle.
Was older.
That's another thing. Allegedly, there is also a Michelle suing him for something. And people are trying to clarify whether or not it's the same Michelle. But people are also saying that is why this girl is mad. They were together on and off or constantly when the Michelle live stream happened. So she's like, oh, you out here on live stream with other chicks and we supposed to be together. So it sounds like Shannon got some chaos. But people are also questioning her credibility. That ain't that word.
Credibility.
People are also questioning her credibility.
That is a lot of question her credibility.
Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the lawyer she used is the same lawyer that came after Jay-Z with the Jane Doe situation.
Oh, okay.
So that's another thing that's got people looking at her sideways. So, because if you don't know, like, that all got dropped and found out, like, that one what was happening. So that is another thing. It's like, lady, if you wanted to be believed, you probably should not have gone for him as a lawyer. But so we'll see if it hasn't already all the way played out by now. We'll see how it plays out. But that'll give you boom. So that's what's going on with Shannon, if you didn't know.
Yes.
We think they're both dumb. Absolutely. I don't know if I think she's dumb. I think she made some dumb decisions. I do feel like they both knew.
Y'all both should go to jail.
Okay, well, I wasn't sending them both to jail, but
y'all both should not get no money.
If she lying on that man, absolutely go to jail.
And he probably ain't gonna learn his lesson even after this.
And then that's on him. Then he's stupid.
Don't come asking us for help.
We're gonna get to that. Oh man.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get to that. He didn't do anything, but let's get to Tracee real quick. So, like I said, Tracee was on a podcast, Michelle Obama and her brother. I want to just not disrespect that man and just call him her brother, but Craig, I think is his name, Craig Robinson. You can double check.
Robinson?
Yeah. But they do a podcast together, really cute, brother sister. And they had Tracee Ellis Ross on, and the subject was dating.
Okay.
And at some point, it came up that Tracee prefers dating younger men.
Okay.
And like, of course, the internet hopped on that, especially with the Shannon stuff going on. It's like, y'all getting on him, but Tracee just said she like younger men. What's the issue? What's the difference? Blah blah blah. And I feel like the internet is like blowing it up. And
Craig.
Okay, check me out. They're blowing it up and making it seem like she's like just targeting young guys. Like, when she didn't even like stay on it. She didn't say what age gap she prefers. And it was quick. It was like, I think it was like something like what she's looking for, or like what she's been experiencing. It was like literally like, well, because apparently her and Michelle like really good friends. Like, I was listening to them talk. I was like, oh, like y'all cool. But yeah, she was like, well, as you know, I tend to date younger men, and like that was literally the statement. And then she explained why, but it wasn't.
It could have been maybe 5-10 years younger.
Exactly. Like,
it's not. Well, we don't know.
Right. She didn't say, but you know, usually like men, and y'all might think, oh, the double standard, or I'm harping on men, but men typically, when it's like the trophy and like the badge of honor, they brag about how young they are going. Yeah. And that's how you know it's like, you're creepy, sir. Yeah. She literally, it was like a quick, I typically date younger men. And Craig was like, oh, please say more. And like she explained. But it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm looking for like the youngest, cutest, like, because they just look the best. Like, it wasn't that. She literally.
I don't even think women really go that.
Some of them be targeting like they friends, kids, and whatnot.
You're right. I'm gonna take it back.
I've seen some dudes have stories that be like, "Oh, I remember I took down my mama's friend," and it's like, "Sir, that should not have happened." Not saying you were wrong. Your mama's friend was wrong in this case.
Y'all be out here doing.
So and it's like, yeah, the mom's friend is the one that is wild for that. But yeah, she was pretty much saying. She typically gravitates that direction because of like the mindset of the men her age. It's like they're stuck in the toxic masculinity, and it's like they're more controlling, and they like more strict in their beliefs and all of that. Like they're not open, like, you know,
kind of set in their ways.
Yeah. And like people these days are more progressive and, you know, more open to understanding other people's ways of life. And, you know, she's like been by herself for a minute. She has this full, like, she's Tracee Ellis Ross. Like, can they handle that, or do they expect her to make herself small? Yeah. So like that was literally it. She didn't even say like, oh, because they look better, or they're more active. Like, none of that.
Just
like
the whole mindset.
Yes. But somehow the internet took that as Tracee like little boys, just like Shannon like, look. Hey guys, like my shirt? That's me on my shirt wearing my Faith Over Logic hoodie. How cool is that? I'm sure you've seen me wear Faith Over Logic t-shirts and hoodies quite often, so I figured why not tell you a little more about it. So Faith Over Logic is my faith-based apparel brand. You can find it at faithoverlogic.com. The goal is to give you a wearable way to encourage yourself and others to trust God more than you need for things to make sense according to your own logic, because it won't always make sense. So your faith needs to outweigh your need for things to make sense. We have the hoodies, we have sweatshirts, we have t-shirts, we've got hats, leggings, all kinds of things. Multiple ways for you to go out and share your faith and look good while doing it. There's also a blog over there where every once in a while I try to drop something encouraging or inspirational. So you can check that out if you like. Subscribe to the blog, get your merch, share with your friends, all of the things. Find everything you need at www.faithoverlogic.com. Girl, so they should just go be together.
Oh my Lord. I can't stand us sometimes.
I was like, wait.
Lord.
So it's like they're blowing it out of, they're like, so they're comparing her to Shannon now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, one, Tracee we don't know that she ain't in the news for assaulting nobody.
We ain't never heard nothing about Tracee.
Know? Like at this point we've had a live stream accident of him with a chick.
Yep.
Now he's getting sued by this OnlyFans chick, and allegedly also being sued by another Michelle. We don't know if it's the same Michelle he was on live with or not. It's like, sir, you got stuff stacking up against you. Tracee just said one small thing. And maybe people will be like, oh, well, you're just looking at it as a small thing in defense of her. But I'm like, well, but we don't have any evidence to back up that her situation is as extreme.
No age, no trouble, no nothing.
Right. Like, so the fact that people are trying to pair them, you know, their thoughts came with that. Well, of course, the joke is like, well, they sound like they're too old for each other, so that would never work. I'm like, and then somebody was like, well, or Shannon might, not that they ever tried to go together, but Shannon could be that type of dude she's describing. Like, he's too childish right now. He got a big age, but his attitude and, you know. Sure. So there's that. But then back to what you were saying.
Have fun.
At some point, you got to grow out of that. Like, you can still be fun, have fun, do stuff smart, man, and not creepy. But that is the question. Like, by people automatically be like, well, you should just go with Tracee, or Tracee, you should just date Shannon. Is that not asking a black woman to come save this black man after he done got in trouble because of he liked to play on the other side? Mm-hmm. And should she even be asked to do that?
No.
Like,
not at all. Because he was already warned. He was already warned. Okay? No.
So because
leave Tracee alone.
Also, that let her protect her peace. Like, that's one of the reasons. Because and like, that's the thing. That was a small part of that episode. She talked about, even actually grieving the life she thought she had. Like, she thought she would be married and have a kid or something, and it just hasn't gone that way. And she's had to, process that. So it's like now she like just knows herself really well and knows what she does not want to put up with, and all of that. And I'm like, that just sounds smart.
Like everybody,
all
of the women in
the world. So it's like she's done the work to know herself and know what she wants, and I'm and then the added layer of like being who she is. I'm sure she's also got to just process through people like, are you legit, sir, or are you just here because I'm who I am? All of that. But I feel like you can't loop her or anyone like her into Shannon's shenanigans to try to help him out of this, because he got himself into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah. And I'm just kind of like, is this his first time? Probably not.
It don't sound like it. This just sound like the one that got caught, the one that got him caught.
Yeah, basically.
Because if Monique and Kat warned him, that means people knew what he was out here doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Cat Williams.
It wasn't like as specific
it was like
as Monique.
In general, that everybody's gonna be exposed.
But so I heard another soundbite. It was like, you out here doing this, and he was like, out here with these white women, and they'll ruin your life in 2 weekends.
Yes,
or
he
something
said
like,
because he was talking about Jonathan Majors,
and people are comparing the whole trying to tie Tracee to him. People are comparing that to Megan rescuing him after his sitch with a vanilla lady. They were like, no, we're not about to make her another Coretta. Since, that's what he was calling Megan his Coretta. So should their situations even be compared?
No. First of all, she didn't mention any ages. You hadn't seen her in the news or whatever for anything.
No, I've never seen any.
I just see her at fashion shows, becoming an honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
She did.
That was about 2 years ago. I think a year or two ago.
Oh.
And
it'd be a lot of
that's
them.
it. Like I don't hear.
I haven't heard anything problematic
at all. So,
like, why would you want to interrupt her peace with his shenanigans?
Just because you heard her say she talked to younger men, that could mean different things. She
Literally.
could be 5 years younger, 10 years younger.
Yeah, like,
she might not go she might date to about 30s or something. I don't know, in the 30s.
Oh,
and
she's
not go
like in
lower
her
than
40s,
that.
right?
Is she in her 40s?
Mm-hmm. I think I could have made that up. She might not be. Oh, no, she's older than that. She's gotta be.
Please,
she is. I think because I have us stopped. I think I have us stopped at a certain age in my mind. Like, no, them people older,
right? Like, and then find out they be younger.
Oh,
like,
no,
ain't no way.
My mind. She's 52. Yeah, my bad. Not 40s. That's not what I meant. I be forgetting how much closer we actually are to that than we used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still seems farther away. She's 52, so 30s would be a big gap in my brain.
But now that's grown.
It's still grown. It is still grown.
That is grown. Now,
it is still
grown.
grown.
In your 20s, then I'm looking at you with the side eye. Okay, and at that age, but
30s is still cringeworthy for me mathematically.
Yes.
But I will say they are at least grown.
They are fully grown.
They are, so
fully. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like I said, your 20s, you in college or getting out of college, or
depending on where you are in your 20s.
Yeah. And not to say that 20-year-olds are like, it hasn't developed, because there are a lot of 20-year-olds that are very mature for their age.
It's still wild.
But for 50-year-olds,
right? No, because even still, that's 30 years. You absolutely could be that person's daddy or mama.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't, even if they're pursuing you, you shouldn't want to entertain it.
Yeah. I'm still like, what do y'all have? Y'all don't want to talk to people that you could probably have something in common with, or y'all could talk about the same things. Like, y'all can't be like, oh, remember the rotary phone? Like, no, we can't. They wouldn't be able to bring that up.
They'd be like, oh, what?
You remember this certain commercial, this song that came on?
Never heard of it.
Like,
but even because some people like, well, we're not looking for that kind of connection, even if it's all physical. Like, can you not look at that person and be like, you look like you could be my daughter, like
for real?
Because
you got kids.
He's got daughters, from what I read somewhere.
So, Mr. Sharpe, is that your name?
Shannon Sharpe. Let's see.
How can you do that and not think of your daughters?
I have that question when any time any dude do something wild. I'm like, what if this was your daughter? Or what if somebody your age was trying to talk to your daughter?
I know y'all wouldn't put up with it. I know for a fact y'all wouldn't let y'all daddy talk to y'all daughters, or the daddy talk to y'all's daughters. The grandpas talk to y'all's daughter. Y'all be looking at him sideways, which you already know what it's all about.
Like, I don't know why people don't think of that. And that's even, we talked about that before. It's like how dudes just be treating women. It's like, would you want somebody to do your daughter or your mama or your sister like that? It's like, would you want, let's see, let's just go 52 and 19. Let's use whole numbers. Let's go 52 and 20. That's 32-year difference. Would you want would you want someone 32 years older than your daughter engaging with them? Like, you be having a fit. Some dads be having a whole fit when little boys they daughters age be trying to holler at their daughters.
Exactly.
But you out here hollering at some other man's young daughter.
Like, you can never go home with that. You can never go home.
And then how does these children feel like?
My daddy and my boyfriend the same age? What? What? No. My daddy went and fought this little man.
Like,
there is no way.
I can't make it make sense. And then, that's how mamas feel. Like, dudes that date older women, and you bring somebody the same age as your mama, and they...
Because y'all know what the deal really is. Ain't nobody trying to... Y'all over here trying to have fun.
Even if you're not... is it worse when they are trying to be serious with someone? Is that worse than it just being a physical link? I don't know, cause then it's like, why you really trying to keep this lady or this man, this senior citizen around?
Cause there's people out here that are like married, and there's people out here married.
That's a 32-year age gap.
Yeah.
That means when you were 32, that child was not here
at all. Not even thought of.
And now you want to go be with them? I don't know why that's okay.
I don't know if y'all think that's
it's
new or something.
Let's bump it up to grown people's ages, because we said 30. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's a 30. That's still a 30-year-old and a 62-year-old.
Ain't no way. I'm almost 40 and I still
So that means you and a 70-year-old.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't even go 50, not even high 40s. No.
Get you a 70-year-old sugar daddy.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Now it'd be me with a 60-something-year-old.
Can't see it. The Lord would have to come sit next to me.
That's older than my
in
parents.
spirit.
Oh my
me,
goodness.
Brandy, you're supposed to date? No.
Nah, I be like, Lord, the devil is trying to imitate you again.
Imitate you.
He over here talking crazy.
Are you sure, Lord? Oh man, are you sure?
I think I just be cool by myself, Lord. I think we just gonna rock together, me and you. We ain't got to. If that's the one you gonna, we just gonna rock together till you come get us. I just.
Oh man.
I be the dope auntie.
I can't.
That.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
So yeah, I just don't. I could not understand why she was even being compared, because it's like, it didn't sound like. Of course, like we said, we don't have details, so we don't know how big of a gap she was talking.
Yeah.
But she didn't even. It wasn't even like she was glorifying it. It was literally like, this is just literally. It was that. It was more on the like what she's run into, and then the mindset thing than anything. Like, it was literally younger, and they didn't mention it anymore. But we've got evidence, legal documents,
right?
Cause like
live,
like I said, whether and also that now we don't know how old Michelle was, but
she sounded like she was older.
She did.
That's horrible. She did sound like
it sounded more appropriate.
Yeah. So bad. Look, it was on my timeline 24/7 when it came out.
At some point, I was like, let me just go ahead and unmute.
Like, jeez. What is everybody tripping about in the comments?
We're like, oh, this what this is. Like, whose ceiling we looking up at? Oh, that's why we looking at the ceiling.
Like, yikes.
And then the fact that it stayed up so long, like, if it was like an old shoot, I feel like it should have got snatched off the internet. Like, that man knew what he was doing.
Why people? I don't know. Whatever.
But either way, like, we have evidence of Shannon's shenanigans. Whether or not Michelle was of age, that one doesn't matter. We have the numerical age of this one that's suing him now. Mm-hmm. And although we do believe some of the allegations are false, not victim shaming just because of the text messages we saw, it still doesn't make the whole situation appropriate. Mm-hmm. And like, not completely letting her off the hook. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like the older person, in any situation, I just feel like the older person has more responsibility. Like,
yes.
Yep. But yeah, she should
know better.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So yes, I feel like I talked the whole episode.
Look.
That was that. That's all I had. I think that's all, because like, they're being looped together. We don't think they should be looped together. We'll see how this go for Shannon.
Look,
and I
hope you learn your I hope you learn your lesson from this.
Oh, question.
Please go find an older woman.
Well, no, I know the answer to this question. She only gotta be black women. If you don't want a black one.
Right, you can go get you
whatever you want.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm sure there's some of them out there too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't like. Yeah, because like, whatever that does for your ego, you need to do some self work.
Yikes.
Yeah, do some. You need a timeout. He personally need a timeout. Just take a break, sir.
Let's go sit down somewhere.
I hope the stuff is not true. Oh, man. If it is true, you get whatever's coming to you. That's typically my stance on all of these, because like, we don't know.
Yep.
If it's not true, I hope the proper things happen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if you're wrong, man, especially the stuff that she said you did, sorry, sir, you got to go. Yeah. But y'all, if y'all just be more responsible with the peoples you decide to entertain. That's all I got.
And when you see a red flag,
step out.
Just like, back up. Don't keep going, and then keep going, and then keep going. All these red
I was about
flags.
to say, that's like having a stop sign, like literally within feet of each other, and it just keeps telling you to stop.
Literally
But you got
telling you to stop.
But you don't stop. Now you at the edge of a cliff or something. It's like,
The Lord said,
we told you to stop.
He'll give you a way out, man. And you got a couple. He didn't even grab you to take you upstairs. You
Both
followed
of them actually. Because, like, yeah, if he doesn't greet you when you get there, why would you engage any further?
Right. You just open the door and walk upstairs, and you're going, oh, well, let me go in.
Listen, I mean, but like I said, unless, like, she's like, well, this is what I'm here for. But I feel like, I don't partake in that line of work. But I feel like you should still at least get addressed.
Yeah, like.
Unless that was an agreement. They got the dom and subs, and, you're like, don't talk when you get here.
Oh,
like,
is that what they doing?
No, I'm saying unless it was that, we don't have all.
Now, if it was that, then
we don't have all the details.
I take
so.
all of everything I said back because
some of them, they be setting up some rules, and it's like
don't say nothing to me, and you just okay.
That's just a guess. Like I said, we have no details. We have only what her lawsuit said and what his lawyer released. We'll see how it go.
Make better decisions.
Also, yeah. Oh, his way out initially.
The NDA, darn it.
Yeah.
Your way. Look, he was providing. Y'all were way out. What ways out? And y'all still was like, no. I still want to have fun. No, I was still.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yep.
It can't be that bad.
I just want to try this anyway. An NDA.
Or he just thought it was worth the risk. But
another red flag was at the gym when y'all knew who each other were and exchanged numbers.
Why is that a red flag?
Because y'all know each other's ages unless he didn't know.
Age-wise, correct, yes.
Unless he didn't know how old she was.
But a quick Google or ask would have fixed that.
True. See what Usher do? Y'all take after Usher. Not really, but
he be asking
at the concerts. He be like, "How old are you?"
No.
Before he beat them a chair.
Because them women's be.
Because there was a girl that was, I think she was, I don't know if she was 19 or something, and the other girl, because he wanted the two girls to feed each other, and he was like, "How old are you?" And the girl, I think she said she was 19, but the other girl that he wanted to her to feed, she was 16. So when he found it, he was like, "Oh no!" He walked away. I was like, "Golly!"
Yeah, and they was willing and ready to do it, weren't they?
Willing and ready.
And see, that's the thing. That's why that is my only reason. I'm like, the older person has to have more of a clear head about this. It's like because the youngins be out
always
here.
Make the right decision.
You know.
So yes, I see that.
That's the main reason. I'm like, yes, she was old enough, but Shannon even more should have been better.
He's just been getting away with it all this time, like doing that.
Yeah, and like the person said, he just got him a messy one this time.
Yeah. Oh well. Get your life.
Yeah.
Stop leading with you want to have fun all the time. It's only a couple minutes anyway. Golly, y'all risking y'all whole career and life for a couple minutes. Gosh.
Well, maybe they're just really good couple minutes. It's just a really good couple of minutes.
I can't stand it. Darn it. Still.
Just a really good few minutes.
No.
And they thought it was worth it.
I don't have time for it. No.
Not now your whole job on the line.
Your whole job, whole life. Because you could possibly go to jail.
Oh, also that, yeah.
For a couple minutes of fun. And now you're being sued.
Crazy.
Or possibly going to jail. Or whatever.
In either case.
Yeah.
Because if you lying, I feel like you should absolutely go to jail for filing false claims like that. Or be fined or something.
That don't even really happen.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree with you.
I feel like something should happen.
Yeah. They usually don't.
If you got all these people in an uproar. Cause the Jane Doe thing with Jay Z kind of just went away, didn't it? Like they just dropped. She just dropped the charge on. My bad.
Ain't heard nothing from it since.
I just want everybody to do right. And
the Jonathan Majors part thing. That's the only reason why they keep bringing it up is because he's doing movies again. They just,
But they released some audio recently.
I haven't heard it, but I heard that they did release something. I'm just like, I just wish
some audio of him acknowledging, like he was like, "I'm sorry, I aggressed you." And she's like, "But you choked me." He was like, "Yeah, that's what I meant when I said aggress. That was aggressive. I'm sorry, I aggressed you," or something like that. So I'm like,
Oh, Negroes don't learn one day. I hope y'all learn one day.
If not, they just gonna keep getting in trouble, and then that's not our responsibility to save them. Which is
not at all. Y'all gonna do what y'all do. I'll pray for you. Anywho. Okay. All right, what we got? Oh, the business spotlight. Business spotlight. Uh-oh. Talk to your own people, your own age. The business spotlight. Oh.
Lord have mercy.
The business spotlight. All right.
All right.
Business spotlight.
Today's business spotlight is Belinda-Rose Young.
Belinda-Rose Young.
She is a senior leader, entrepreneur, and executive coach. And she's also the host of Seasons and Stewardship Podcast. She says, I am a senior leader, and entrepreneur, and executive coach, but most importantly, I am passionate about having courageous conversations so that we can navigate the high and low seasons in our lives and move forward with purpose.
Amen.
You can find her podcast on YouTube, or you can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. Again, that's called Seasons and Stewardship Podcast. You can also find her on Instagram at Belinda-Rose Young, all one word, all lowercase.
Y'all hit her up.
Absolutely.
Shannon, you might have to be the first one in line. Courageous conversation navigate.
I'm like, for what? But yes, he needs some coaching.
High and low seasons in life.
Listen, bless it. She puts like the motivation, the short clips on Instagram and stuff like that, and then the full episodes are over on YouTube. So yes, absolutely, go get your inspiration, your executive coaching.
Exactly.
Especially all you entrepreneurs out here. Go get inspired to steward your season well, no matter what this. No, I just put steward and season together. Yes, that is Belinda-Rose Young. Again, on Instagram, Belinda-Rose Young.
All right, y'all. Y'all hit her up. Yes. Y'all hit her up. That's the business spotlight. And thank y'all again for joining us for another episode of Hey Fave. We hope that you liked this episode. Y'all let us know.
Like, what are your thoughts?
About this whole situation.
Who's in the wrong? Do you think we are doing a double standard by breezing by Tracee's confession and harping on Shannon? Like,
again, if she said an age and it was 19, she would be getting these hands.
I feel so
too.
Yeah, that's how I feel like.
And
we haven't even seen her pop out with nobody young like that.
I haven't seen her pop out with anybody.
Also, that I know she mentioned like being very intentional and discreet with the people she dates. Like, to me, she just sounds responsible.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. Anyway, what do you think, people?
Yeah, what y'all think? Let us know in the comments, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all your people, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Y'all be responsible out there. Have some self-control. Okay, don't get in trouble. Don't throw your whole life away in your career. All the new football players.
Oh yes, y'all be careful.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Be smart, please.
Go make your money.
And go back home.
Mm.
Okay? Because I don't want to get no ESPN notification and somebody's in jail again, or
Keep
somebody
your hands
got
to yourself.
Yes.
That be
Or
a
somebody
thing.
got into a wreck or DUI. Like
Something crazy that could be
yes,
prevented.
It's nothing ever positive every time that ESPN notification sound go off. So y'all make your money and go home. Go to practice, go to the game and go home. Okay? Jesus. Sorry, y'all. The draft has recently happened. So, again, all new football players. Everybody, just y'all be responsible, okay? We gonna see y'all in the next episode. We gonna see y'all.
Yes, we are.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Peace out.